Kind of got to have those things on. Oh, today we're gonna have to talk about someone I'm not a big fan of, and I honestly don't know why. I think it's their presentation method. I don't really watch them that often to have a fully formed opinion of them as a person or anything. It's just one of those things where you meet someone, usually people meeting me, and you just know you don't like them, usually not liking me, which is fine because I don't like any of you all. No, I'm joking. We're gonna have to talk about Grace Randolph. We're gonna have to talk
Why?
about Grace Randolph.
I got text messages last night from people
saying you got to talk about her,
and I cannot believe it. And it's like, and I was like, how important? I was like, and then I was like, I'm not even going on Twitter. I was like, I'm not doing it um, yeah,
well,
I actually, no lie, I got text messages from friends about how upset they were at Grace Randolph.
well, we'll see.
I thought that this is the direction we were going to go today, but
kind of have to.
But let's start off with something a little bit more positive.
Well, let's start off with the intro video first and say hello, everybody.
Sure,
welcome to the Daily Cup of Genre here on the Genreverse Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcast from, and the Genreverse on YouTube. Hit that red subscribe button, give us a follow, all that good stuff. Check out the website, lrmonline.com, every day for all entertainment news, needs, and opinions. And I'm Kyle, that's Manny, and welcome to the show. What is more positive to talk about than DC news relating to Grace Randolph being snippy on the internet? Actually, I could talk about Andor. Is that the positive news?
No, actually, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
I watched Chainsaw Man.
Oh my God, Christine! He watched Chainsaw Man.
Oh, okay. See,
Manny watched Chainsaw Man. What's up?
All right.
So how'd you like it?
First question: why does every anime have the exact same intro? Just insert characters A, B, and C.
They don't. That one's actually filled with like movie references and stuff.
Same exact.
Whatever.
Anime
Shut
intro
up. I thought you said you were going to be positive. You're speaking about one of the greatest anime of all time. So far with one episode in. Tell me the positive stuff, Manny. Come on now.
I'm gonna keep watching it. How about that?
I'm down with that. More. Tell me more. Tell me more. What do you think of the art style and the gore and how hard did it hit emotion? No spoilers. What do you got? Hurry up!
I think my favorite. I think where they got me, as far as emotionally and connecting with the character, is is it such a bad thing to dream to want to be normal?
I love it.
And I was like, oh man, dude, and because it's the context of him aspiring to one day have jelly on his bread.
On freaking bread, man.
And I was like, dude, like, see, that's
maybe cuddle with a girl.
Yeah,
that's it.
You know, but his realization of he lives in a dump, that's probably not gonna happen. But his self-awareness and just his situation does not almost like hinders his dreams to the point where he just wants to be stable in a very basic way. And I think I was like, all right, dude, like I can fuck with that. Like, this is good. I to the core to feel a character who in a minute is going to have chainsaws on his face. I was like, this is something that I could connect with, and I was a bit surprised, I'm just like kind of upset that they, that the dog's only in the first episode, really, unless I'm wrong, and I hope I am, but
I don't know, honestly. I would think it's not. I would think that you're gonna see it again, but
like flashbacks.
I'm not a manga reader. I mean, I honestly don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but I honestly don't know. I wouldn't think that would be the only time. Maybe I don't want to spoil anything on that. But
but it was funny because like the first half of the episode, I was like, it's kind of boring. Like whatever, like all this like context is kind of and background and kind of getting, and then afterwards the episode was over. I was like, huh, never mind. It like
you needed that.
I really needed that.
You needed all of that.
But
and the pacing's good, and
yeah, I think I went in it with a very like kind of like, all right, let's just get this over with. Like
you were looking for Dragon Ball Z with chainsaws.
No. It was just
like
kind of
all
like
action.
No, I actually had no idea. So like because I mean I have watched some anime, so I know that a lot of storytelling is different. So the art styles are different, whatever. I think the only thing that bothered me was like his jagged teeth. Like
all the humans seem to have jagged teeth. I'm not sure if that's
dumb thing to nitpick, but like I mean like yeah, whatever. Okay, so on the other side of that spectrum, I don't know if you've seen it. I saw the season finale of She-Hulk.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I still have to ask you something about Chainsaw Man. How did you like the gore when shit hits the fan and chainsaws start ripping through flesh? How did you feel about things like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of reference with ways flailing around, spinning around, and utilizing those chainsaws? What'd you think of the gore?
It's all right. Like there's nothing. I didn't think there was anything necessarily off the rails about it, but it was good.
Fired. I'm glad you want to keep watching it, but you're so fired.
What I'm worried about, and it's just kind of worried about it. It would be, all right, like you're gonna chainsaw through everything. What else can you do?
Well, yeah, there's gonna be some drama elements. For me, what really is like really appealing is the possibility of getting that normal life, so to speak. So if you watch the OP, you see him doing things like going bowling and having time with his future co-workers. And I think we're gonna get some of that and see him trying to balance, having the chainsaw demon thing going on, but also having an opportunity to kind of have that normalcy. There's footage in the trailers of like a beach day, going out and playing volleyball and swimming out on the beach, and I'm really excited. I was not prepared for that emotional through line that goes through there of like you said, man, jam on toast. That's it. All right, so She-Hulk. I have to watch that after we are done here. Good luck. So it's even worse. It doesn't stick any landing at. Would Nick Dahl even like this?
Oh
episode?
No, he's gonna love it because of what it does. It's very gimmicky. Like it has some very fun moments, and then but the entire thing I was like, why and what is going on?
Thank God it's short.
Actually, I'd have to agree with you. So I have no desire to ever want to see another series like this again. It is the worst series that they've had. No. I take it back. Hawkeye was.
I don't know. Miss Marvel was worse than Hawkeye. At least Hawkeye had multiple moments in episodes, usually with Clint and Kate, but Miss Marvel, after about halfway through episode 3, just started sucking, period, like almost non-stop. But anyways, yeah, it was whew. Now I'm all depressed. I mean, like I said, I got to watch it right after that. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this. But you do. I can tell you about Andor. Let me put it this way. So, if you guys go here, you can find the Cantina right here on the Genreverse. Came out yesterday. Cam and I graded it, reviewed it. This Andor is, and I was very apprehensive. I've been apprehensive ever since. I'm tired of being between episodes 3 and 4, regardless of how much I enjoyed Rogue One. This is not an area I really wanted to be at anymore. So I the first 3 episodes, none of them were A's to me. It was like B+, B- and B or something like something like, no, I think it was B-, B-, B+. And I think I gave an A or an A- to episode 4 or 5. But episode 6 is a solid A+, man. This is better than all of Kenobi, all of it. This is better than all of Book of Boba Fett. This is better than the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy. This is better than 75% of The Mandalorian. Hands down, this is some of the best Star Wars we've had since the hallway scene in Return of the Jedi. No joke. This is phenomenal. This is peak freaking Star Wars, and it makes me not want to watch anything coming from Filoni almost, unless it's got Bill Burr involved in it, because that is still Burr's episode in season 2 of Mando is still one of the best things in Star Wars since the original trilogy. But yeah, dude, Andor, we we've needed this in Star Wars. We've needed it to come back from the Empire is somehow all powerful, or First Order is all powerful but completely incompetent, completely foolish. And I don't mean making small mistakes like letting someone slip through a blockade, which happens in the original trilogy, and Vader choking a mother effer. But see, I'm trying to keep that F-bomb away. But it is, man, to have a competent antagonist again in Star Wars is a breath of fresh air. So yeah, that's my Andor
good
spoiler-free review. So Grace Randolph apparently ticked off a bunch of people a long time ago. I don't follow her that much because I really have never cared for her presentation style, her reactions or anything like that. And it's nothing personal. I'm not, a vendetta. It's like how I can't stand Helena Bonham Carter. I don't know why. There's just something about her being on screen that just I don't like it. I think it's because Marla is such an awful being. Great character, great performance in Fight Club, but Marla is so awful that's all I can connect Helena Bonham Carter with. So she apparently had upset people by spoiling things or not spoiling things, stuff dealing with Henry Cavill and Superman for Black Adam, things dealing with Cavill Superman in the DCEU in general. But she tweeted out there, let me actually bring this over for everyone. Did you see the Entertainment Tonight with The Rock where he talks about Cavill?
No. I've actually stayed away from a lot of the things lately.
Okay. Well, this goes back to that rumor you and I talked about last week. Okay. The Rock welcomes Cavill home in this interview, playing coy with what he can and can't say in relation to Black Adam and how long Black Adam took to come about, and how they want to get Black Adam to fight Superman and things like that. And Grace tweeted out, retweeting the ET tweet, said, "There, go attack Entertainment Weekly and Dwayne Johnson." I think she meant Entertainment Tonight, for spoiling it. So yeah, I mean, I get snippy from time to time too. So that's it as far as having to discuss Grace. But you didn't see the clip, but he goes on, and I it's a minute and a half. You guys can find it on Twitter. He goes on and on. I can't say much. I can't say this. Black Adam was gonna bring in new characters, and we're doing that with the JSA, and we also want to eventually get to others and Superman, and he ends with it. I'm just gonna say this: welcome home. So is that an all but confirmation of rumor from earlier? Soup's in Black Adam and Manny. What do you think this does for the movie? Do you think this is to gen up some support heading into release next week?
Well, I mean, I think it's gonna do, as well as we've said it could do in the current climate, and yeah, of course, if you get word that if you start leaking that Soups is going to be in the movie, which almost feels like at this point, is a marketing strategy to at the very, very last minute to put that in there. Yeah. I think it brings back maybe even Superman fans who are just curious to see if he even shows up.
Yeah.
And as a with the way things have been, I think that it's actually a really, really good marketing strategy to do that, because I mean, I'm sure we're not the only ones who do not believe that Black Adam is not going to do as great as it should, just because of the way
Definitely
things
not
are.
as good as some want,
Yeah,
and some need, like theaters need. Theaters need this to do good.
Right before its release, and then also it helps it in a way that, like, we've been teased for Black Adam for so long now, for so many years, that I think we're like almost tired of it without having seen it yet. But I mean, I'm excited for it regardless. I love Dr. Fate. He's one of my favorite characters. So seeing Pierce Brosnan, my James Bond, play the character, it's gonna be exciting for me. Plus, I got to interview the actor who plays Hawkeye, so that's cool. And yeah, it's gonna be okay. And so I think, all right, so now you put the DC brand out there, you put The Rock out there, and now you float around that the Man of Steel might be flying by. I think that gives you a little bit of a boost.
Yeah,
I really do believe that. So I think that's part of the brain power that is The Rock. I mean, if anyone knows how to sell promos, it's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
So
he's one of the best, man. One of the all-time best. He in his heyday, he could deliver. Yeah, I like The Rock as an entertainer. Not every role, but as an entertainer, I really dig the guy.
Yeah. So and then, for what I've seen online from some reactions, it's I think that it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be great. It's gonna be good. But for DC fans who've been wanting any kind of content, period, I think that they were, hey, we got something, we're gonna be satisfied. I think like this was good. Like, not it was great, but this is good, because see while Marvel has zombies who say everything's A+, DC actually has these parasites called that follow the cult of Snyderverse and actually bring down the product.
Hot take from Manny.
It's true. Like,
I'm not disagreeing.
Both sides
not
have
all,
their
but
fans.
many. Yeah, absolutely. I find it such a. I look more at like the side of people getting upset over spoilers and leaks, and like, I get it, guys. I've had things spoiled for me in comments on Twitter by the very nature of working on LRMonline.com and the podcasts here on the Genreverse. I have been exposed to things that I would have preferred not to. I like being surprised. That being said, there's an audience, there's a business, there's a demand, and therefore there needs to be someone to supply that. And the internet is a minefield of that situation. You can mute certain words on and tags on social media platforms. You can manually adjust the algorithm, so to speak, by telling Google, don't recommend this or don't recommend that. It's not perfect, but it sucks. Like, I get it. It sucks, but to treat someone bad for supplying something that is, one, not harmful to anyone in a health, physical, or mental way, and two, actually has a legit demand. I mean, come on, don't begrudge people for partaking in capitalism.
here's how I really feel about it. People have to make their move, I get it. Everyone has their place in pop culture, news media, or media, whatever you want to call it. Right. Press. People who, and this is, you can take it as a hot take or whatever. People who make their living off of revealing things like this are not very creative. There's a ton of different ways to get content, get viewers, to get people's attention. If this is what you have to resort to, you're not very creative.
Well, I mean, so what about people that are like us though, that dabble from time to time, like our Star Wars stuff? We talked about the Thrawn casting rumor a while ago. It's not LRM's bread and butter, but when the info came across, Mike was like, well, yeah, what about stuff like that?
Well, the thing is, it's not our bread and butter. And I think that if we do it as a site, it may not be my personal liking per se, because I think my biggest issue is that then we rob audiences of enjoying certain things. But then the problem also with that is, and I get it, I understand, if you don't do it, somebody else will, and they will get the clout from it.
Supply and demand.
I get it, I get that, but it's a perfect example is in the same thing in the news world. Sometimes we get photos of certain scenes of crimes that as a group will come together and we'll say, we're not going to post these because we find them disrespectful to the family who are currently grieving. We watch the next newscast of our competitors, because we always watch the newscasts of our competitors. The photos are right there, front and center. But as a group, as a company, we decided we're not going to be the ones to do that.
Right.
So I kind of feel that way as far as like most things. Plus, like I think casting rumors though, that's a little different. Like it's not like it's not like you're saying, just as a really random example, Thrawn's gonna kill Ahsoka.
Right.
In the last episode, and
Anakin will use the world between worlds to save her, and that's just us making up bull crap right now.
And the thing with casting rumors is somebody could be wrong, and
we have been.
Yeah, and the thing, casting is not going to affect your
for some people it will.
Your enjoyment of
for some
a product.
Like
I don't
I get that.
It's like, oh, okay, he's playing this or she's playing that. That doesn't, I don't think that affects storytelling. I have a issue with
ruining stories, ruining
experience,
or big surprise like that. Yeah, and I can see that. I mean, we did talk about Cad Bane appearing in Book of Boba Fett, so but Manny's opinion is the same as everyone else's, valid, and I get it. I get why people get upset, but like I said, and like you even said, someone else is going to do it if you don't, and that's where it becomes incumbent on the end user, if you will, the audience that wants to maintain that sense of unknown, the surprise. It's up to you. Given the environment of the internet, it's up to you to take steps. It sounds rough. Take care of it yourself, but I mean that's what big kids do. That's what mature people do that understand their environment. So we'll see what shakes loose from this particular rumor. But just
yeah. You had mentioned Grace Randolph, that we were really going to talk about her for a while. But, like, she gets so mad at people. But, like, sometimes her takes are terrible. And I feel like there's some times when some of her takes are very much, I'm going to throw 12 things to the wall. And
see what
one
sticks.
of them is going to stick. And then I'm going to be like, haha, see, I was right about this.
I was right.
And it's like, that was probably one of... you're batting like 120 or something.
like I said, I can be snippy too. Somebody commented on our one of our anime reaction videos. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. I pinned it. They said you guys talk too much during reaction. Dislike the video. Okay.
That's what reactions are supposed to be.
That's what reactions are. So I, of course, gave it a heart. I gave it a thumbs up, and I pinned it to the top of the video. I said it's a reaction. If we just hold on, let me show it up here. If we just stay silent, just watching, what's the point? Or are you trying to get use the reaction videos to watch anime for free? Either way, we still got the view. Thanks. Signed, Kyle. So that's me kind of being snippy there. So I get it. There's time, but I'm also not. I mean, legitimately, thanks for the view. I appreciate every view, whether it's a hate click or not. But that type of, well, now go be mad at someone else. That one is kind of childish, but I'm capable of being childish from time to time too. So I get a brain injury and PTSD to blame. What's your excuse, Grace? Because you can become more irritable dealing with things like that. Brain fog is awful and really can irritate the frack out of me.
Dumb. I just find it, because the thing is, there's always going to be trolls, and it's a variety of reasons, because sometimes people don't really have lives outside of a screen.
Yeah.
And you feel safe, of course, behind a keyboard because you can't be held accountable for your actions. So you feel brave enough to save things, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and rot in your mom's basement, you know?
Multiplayer video game edgelords out there.
And so, you know, some of us, we live in the real world. We interact with the real world. We go out.
Don't like it.
We
live here. Don't like it.
So it's just you need to, as we have a responsibility sometimes to just ignore it, because at the end of the day, we're here because we're fans of pop culture and media, and while we have our things that, you know, hit the ground hard like a She-Hulk, we also have our Andors and our Chainsaw Man that allow us to have fun, you know.
Yeah.
And we get to talk about it, and we get to share our experiences with others, and, you know, others might share our opinions, others might not. But there's content for everyone as far as what we like, what we don't. Hell,
yeah.
I'm not mad at anyone who loves She-Hulk. I'm glad you did.
I'm glad you got something out of it, because I've wasted 8 weeks of my life on this, and I hate it.
I think it is. I think it has easily had the worst writing team.
Oh my God, easily the worst.
Yeah, and so I'm glad it's over, and now we can move on. And now we're gonna wait for we get Black Lightning next. So this weekend is obviously
Black Panther.
Sorry, I love Black Lightning. That was one of my favorite shows.
I like him on I like Black Lightning on Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. He's always making it wasn't me. I didn't pick the name Black Lightning. That was I think he says that was Superman. I wanted to be called Thunderbolt. It's just playing into all the stereotypes from the Super Friends cartoon and stuff like that. It's so whenever I hear that character, that's where my brain goes is Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law in your pants.
I just think that we got Black Adam next week. Halloween ends this weekend.
Yep.
And then in a couple weeks,
Black Panther.
We got Black Panther. A lot of black going on. So hockey season is back.
Yes.
So we get to enjoy
tonight.
We play
against Arizona.
And then I mean, just basketball season's coming back. We got football season in full effect.
Full swing. Postseason for baseball.
Yeah.
Philly beating the crap out of the Braves.
And the Dodgers losing last night. Screw you, LA.
Anyways,
yeah. So just I don't know. Just stop ruining things for people. Like there was a time in the world where in order
but we're
to
not going to stop reporting on those that ruin things for people.
Yeah, you need
we
to.
gotta have to. It's in the news.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but we're going to also wag our fingers at you.
Well, Manny will. I'll contextually wag my finger at some stuff. Anyways, I think that you are, I am, we're all terrible here, and that's fine. I'm happy being terrible. No, you guys, there is a lot of content out there, and believe it or not, we cover a lot of it here on the Genreverse. Of course, Daily Cog and Breaking Geek cover everything you can imagine under entertainment news, geek and pop culture. Breaking Geek does long form once a week, but we actually have some dedicated stuff here. Marvel Multiverse Mayhem for Marvel reviews and news. The Cantina doing that for Star Wars. Actually, Marvel Mayhem does what the Cantina started for Marvel, but we also have anime reviews, and all those go up wherever you get your podcast from. But the YouTube channel gets all of the podcasts in video format, as well as AVR squared, which is anime reactions, genre shot trailer reactions. Hopefully, be doing some more game streams in the near future, as the Rings of Power, which we review on Review of the Rings here on the channel. As that's ending, She-Hulk's ending. You know, my watch load is coming down for some things, and I'll be able to add some additional activities. So hit that red subscribe button and check it all out. Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, all of those good places you can find our podcast app. If we aren't on a platform that you use, let us know in the comments below here on YouTube or on the website lrmonline.com, where you can find all of the shows, as well as celebrity interviews that go up on the LRM YouTube channel, and written reviews, interviews, articles, news, leaks, rumors, all of that goes up on the website. Manny, we making 5 for 5 again? 10 for 10? I think we can do it, barring anything crazy happening, guys. We should be back tomorrow. At that Kyle Malone on Twitter, at Manny Gomez Media on Twitter, and at Riddle Me This 510, Manny?
Yep.
On Instagram. There you go. All right, guys. It's been fun. We'll see you next time. Bye.